Hi students, I am your Daksha teacher. Today I am going to teach about business studies for grade 9 students. Unit number 28, we are referring to the break-even point analysis. So here we go. Please refer your textbook 233 page number for your graph. If you see the graph here, this is our price axis, right? And this is our quantity axis. When you draw a graph with the total cost consists of total variable cost plus total fixed cost, right? And total revenue, here we have price into quantity value. We get total revenue by price into quantity. And then we get total cost by adding the total variable cost plus total variable cost. Variable cost, fixed cost we have already discussed in the previous lessons. So what is break-even point? Break-even point is a point in a graph where your total revenue is equals to your total cost. In break-even point we don't have any losses or we don't have any profits. But if you produce less than a break-even point, that is less than 1,000 in this graph, you will get loss. But if you produce more than 1,000, you will get profits. I'll repeat it again. This is the price axis and this is the quantity axis. Always vertically we have price axis, horizontal we have quantity axis. And then we have the total cost curve. Total cost curve consists of total variable cost, total profit, fixed cost. And then we have the total revenue curve. Total revenue is the income that you earn. So how do you calculate total revenue? It's a price into quantity. So when you draw the graph, you get a point in a graph, right, where both the total revenue and the total cost curve are equal. So in that point we call it as break-even point. In that point you don't have any profit, you don't have any loss. So we call that as break-even. If you produce more than 1,000 units, so in this graph you have 1,000 units as a break-even point. So if you produce more than 1,000 units, you get a profit. If you produce less than 1,000 units, you get a loss. And then if you see here, there is another one. It says 7,000. And here the quantity says as 1,800. Right? So the difference here, calculate as 1,800 minus 1,000, which is equals to 800. This value we call as margin of safety. That one we call it as margin of safety. How do you calculate margin of safety? It's the actual sales. The line here says the actual sales. How much of units we have already sold to the customers. And actual sales, and then we have 1,000 units as our break-even point. So if you minus the difference we call as margin of safety. Then how do you calculate break-even point? Break-even point we calculate by the fixed cost divided by the selling price minus the variable cost per unit. We don't take the variable total cost. We take the total fixed cost, but we don't take the total variable cost. But we take from the selling price, we take the difference of the variable cost. Then we calculate the break-even point. And next one is the changes in the break-even point. If you see this side, there is something decreasing and something is increasing. What is that? When the price is increasing and the variable and the fixed costs are decreasing, the break-even point will shift to the left side. when we are discussing about the price, we always see the total revenue curve. Price, always we see the total revenue curve. And the fixed cost and variable cost, we always see with the total fixed cost. Price, we always see with the total revenue. Variable cost and the fixed cost, we always see with the cost curve in the diagram. Right? Then if the price increases and the fixed cost and the variable cost decreases, there will be a negative shift. And when the price decreases and fixed and variable cost decreases, there will be a right shiftward. Right? Once again, I'll repeat it. When the price increases, variable cost and the fixed cost decreases, there will be a leftward shift in the BPE. What do you mean by BPE? That is the break-even point. And when the price decreases and the fixed and variable cost increases, there will be a rightward shift in the BEP. Right? So always the price, we always check with the revenue curve. Why price is here? So we are always checking with the revenue curve. And the cost, total revenue and total cost, we are always checking with the total cost curves. And next one is the limitations of BEP. BEP is break-even point. When we are drawing all these break-even point analysis, there can be disadvantages or drawbacks, we can say. So what are the drawbacks of these limitations? Certain things we can't show in this graph. First one is bulk buying. When our business is expanding more and more, we always go for bulk buyings. So when we buy more and more, we get discounts. So when you get discounts, our cost curve won't be a linear straight lines. It will be a curve. When we are buying, our cost curve will be changing. It will not be a straight line. It will be a linear. It will be a here it's a linear curve. After that, it won't be a linear curve. It will be a U-shaped curve. I hope you all have learned that in economics. It's a U-shaped curve that you will get when you are experiencing economics of scale. So we don't have a linear straight line curves when we are having a bulk buying. When you get lots of discounts when you are expanding the business. So the first one is that we can show the bulk buying in the BEP graph. Second one is the stockpiles. The stockpiles means whatever the units we produce, we don't sell everything to the market. But when drawing the BEP point, we assume that we have sold all the stocks we have. But once it's come to the practicality in business, the businesses won't sell all their stock. They will store some of their units in their warehouse or storage. So it can be that is we call as stockpiles. Next one is the inaccuracy. The whole graph is based on the data and the statistics that the person gives. So when that person makes an inaccuracy in that data and statistics, the whole diagram, the whole analysis will be inaccurate. So all these things are the limitations. I hope you all guys can understand this. Once again, I'll tell you, it's like this. BEP is a point where their total revenue is equals to the total cost. In this point, we don't get any profits, we don't have any losses. But if you see the diagram here, you get 100 units in the quantity axis. That means if you produce more than 100,000 units, you get profit. If you produce less than 1,000 units, you get loss. And the margin of safety means we minus the difference between the actual sales and our break even point. If you see a point here in the graph, you get the 1800 as our actual sales, how many quantities we have sold actually to the consumers. So from that point to the point where we have sold all this break even point, we get the margin of safety, the difference. So here you can see the equations. So if there is anything important, you can write that in your notebooks, right? And you can try the MCQs, which is on page number 236 and 237 at home. And thank you for watching this video, and stay home, stay safe. God bless you.